Hey, yo, this one here, this one right here is powered by BetUS. Now, I've given you guys a couple of days to decompress, right? Decompress from the pain because I knew it was going to be a toxic one, especially when you have folks running to me during the game to tell me how much they hate Geno Smith and how they've always hated him, right? And you have people running asking me questions during the game. So let's get a couple of things clear. One, do not ever come to my channel during the game trying to talk to me. Don't do it. Save yourself the embarrassment, right? Because I'm going to roast you, right? Because I want a smart fan to come to my channel. Smart fans watch their team play. They're not worried about social media opinions, right? Feel free to come to me at any time talking about your team when the game is not on, right? We can talk all day long if you want, right? Number two, under any given circumstances should you ever come to my Philadelphia Eagles content trying to relate my content to the Seattle Seahawks. I've said this 50 million times, right? Don't do it. Save yourself the embarrassment, right? It's not going to go well for you, and I'm going to end up blocking you anyway, all right? So we got those two things clear. This was a bad one from the Seattle Seahawks, but they shouldn't let this game beat them twice, right? It's going to be another tough game going against the Minnesota Vikings, right? I just checked you guys' schedule, and I saw that game, and I'm like, oh, well, damn. Right? This is a tough stretch of games here, right? But remember, prior to this game here, people were saying that the Seahawks were NFC Championship bound. No kidding. This is what people were saying. So, right, you're on that winning streak, and this is what the fans were saying on my channel. Now, all of a sudden, they lose, right? They lose in pretty bad fashion there, but now the team just stinks, and everybody stinks and all this, that. So, yes, come on, man. So, I know people want me to break down this particular play. Let's go ahead and do it right here. So, you're going to have this 3-level concept here to the field side. You're going to have Noah Fant here running a corner route, right? Probably more like a cell route, right? Running a cell route here, checking to the pylon. You're going to have an out route here by your man Lockett launcher. Tyler Lockett running an out route there, and then you're going to have what pretty much amounts to a whip route by Mayan Jigba, Jackson Smith and Jigba, one of the few bright spots in this game, right? Still, right? So you see that right there. What you want to not have on a play like this, right, when you're in the red zone, right? Seattle struggles in the red zone, right? Geno Smith struggles in the red zone. So, right, we know this, right? Ryan Grubb struggles in the red zone. This entire team, to me, struggles in the red zone. But if we want to put it on Geno Smith, I'm fine with that, right? Put it on Geno Smith. He struggles in the red zone, and you're definitely going to struggle when you get direct pressure in your face like this, right? I'm talking about putting up no resistance type of pressure, right? So how are you supposed to do this? This play looked discombobulated. It looks like Geno wasn't even ready for the snap. He's still barking out orders, and look at that. Gets the ball, quick pressure on him right there, and he throws it to Noah Fant, intercepted, right? Now look at this, right? Hindsight, you would say maybe it's best for him to just take this sack right here, right? Because he's going to get sacked. Bro. There's nowhere to go with this. There's nowhere to go with this. You can't possibly go through a progression. It's already in the red zone, so it's quick hitting plays anyway. Then you get direct pressure here. So his actual thought process of going to this cell route and then being able to even get it there is kind of impressive there. But what he doesn't take into account is Tyler Lockett not necessarily engaging his man, right? You probably want him to be extremely physical on this, really snap that off, looking like the ball could go to him, because if Geno had enough time, maybe he does look at Tyler Lockett here, which draws this corner who has like combo coverage, right? Eyes on Geno Smith and eyes on Tyler Lockett here, but he's able to just peel back on this. Now, it's an interception in the red zone, so it's always going to be considered very bad here, but considering the circumstances, right, of almost being sacked there, throwing that bad boy, he did not make a bad this is tough right here, right? Because I want people to think that, listen, I'm behind this mic, I'm neutral, right? First and foremost, this isn't my team, so I don't give a shit about any of that, right? The results are the results. I'm just here to analyze them, right? I do my best with this particular team here because there's zero emotions involved. So that's why I like covering teams that aren't my teams. Besides the fact, if I'm covering my team, that means I can't go enjoy them either, right? So covering this team right here, being neutral, I would say the decision itself is pretty poor because he's under duress. However, the decision to throw it to Fant here is probably not that bad under the given circumstances. What happened here is you have good defense, right? These guys on the other side, right, are great defenders as well. They're in the NFL. Green Bay has some super talented defenders. This is one of the dopest teams out there, period, right? Offense and defense there, they got it going on there. But as you can see, the ball wasn't intercepted by no offense, guy. The ball's intercepted by somebody who happens to have eyes on Geno and then happens to have this vertical coverage as well, kind of in a combination coverage here. So, yeah, this is poor on Geno, no doubt about that. But give respect to the Green Bay Packers guy for coming off of Tyler Lockett and then accepting that bad boy too. And people were asking me about the play before. Somebody brought that up to my attention. Check it out. Tight slot motion out wide. Jackson Smith and Jigba here. You get this bad boy, and look, you want to work a back shoulder fade, and my man plays it perfectly, right? As perfectly as you could play, because you see he had to jump like 8,000 feet in the air. Like, god dang, look at that. This dude has some serious hops right there. That's hard, but I don't understand what people were talking about, the angst with this particular play right here, right? It was a good play by the defender here, and this is where they were going to go with this, right? He looks off this, right, to make sure the coverage is not going to help. It's going to be one-on-one there. You see them shading over here to DK Metcalf, right, or help over the top there, right? Same deal right here, but you're running people towards this guy, right? You're running people towards the safety here, so he can't totally worry about what Jackson Smith and Jigba has going on right here. So Jackson Smith with the one on the inside there, works it back to the two, right? And he wants to convert this to a back shoulder fade, which they have been very good at, right? Before, usually it's Lockett, though. Lockett, I think, and Geno Smith do very well on the back shoulder fades here. But on this one right here, man, the defender sticks his foot in the ground there, and he makes a good play on the ball there. So, I don't know. Somebody told me that he threw it up for grabs or some shit like that. It's just like, come on, man. This guy's not going to be able to do anything. Like I said before, and I said this each year I say this, right? Just get rid of Geno Smith so people can move on and do something else, right? Well, in this game, you actually got that, right? You finally got a chance to see your man Sam Howell play, and yeah. So I'm not going to totally judge my man Yosemite Sam by that particular performance there, even though everyone would have judged Geno Smith by this performance coming in, right? Because we saw him come in relief for Russell Wilson, and people were getting on Geno Smith then, right? So Sam Howell had a way worse performance. Sam Howell had a doo-doo butter performance. Sanitation, it was trash dookie, right? So that was bad. However, I want to judge Sam Howell. Let him go ahead and get a full week of practice in, something like that, right? To be fair about the situation, right? Because, yeah, it was that bad. In Sam Howell's defense, the offensive line, atrocious again, right? Looking like how the offensive line has pretty much looked all season, but very much like how they looked in some of the worst parts of it, right? You kind of expected that with a couple of guys with not a long tenure, right? Sundell and, of course, LeMaya. So having that be the case along with Lake and Tomlinson, right, I even thought your pillars, right, struggle, right? I've already said it before. I think Charles Cross is a bit overrated, right? Not saying he's trash or anything like that, but some of the superlatives heaped on him, to me, don't make sense, right? And he continues to have stuff like this happen. Look at that. Oh, my God. He was moved. Oh, man, Yosemite Sam took a bad one. I don't think I've ever seen a man actually get choke slammed like The Undertaker and Kevin Nash right here, but pick a man up by his throat and fire. Fertilize that man extra hard, right? And that's my man Brenton Cox, too. Brenton Cox played at Georgia and Florida. That dude is a savage, right? But undrafted cat like that taking Charles Cross to school. Look at this. I don't know what Charles Cross was doing, man. He caught, right? He's trying to catch. Look at this. What I tell people about heavy-legged waist bending, right? When people were trying to say how my man, right, the other guy who filled in got beat for a sack, and somebody said somebody might have stepped on his shoe. No, it wasn't nothing to do with shoe. It's heavy-legged waist bending. Look at this. This is heavy-legged waist bending. You're not in position to really combat anything when you start bending like this, right? You want to keep a better base width about yourself than that right there. But he starts to catch, he's tooting it out like he's about to twerk too, right? Like, he about to twerk, right? Tries to catch, and Brenton Cox too strong for that, right? Moonwalks his ass right back to Yosemite Sam all the way there. Look, they playing twins, right? Double dragon. You have two quarterbacks at this time, right? They both posted up looking downfield. He sacks Yosemite Sam while your man is holding him as well. So that's not good, right? And then Splakataya fertilizing Yosemite Sam with a choke slam. Abe Lucas here, right? Going against Kingsley Enigbari. That dude is nasty, too. He had like 3 sacks on one drive right here. And look at this. Hezzied him and then walked him and then Splakataya, making Sam break dance, right? Making him beat street right here. That's hard. What they should call it? Turtling or some shit like that? That's hard. But we see right here, my man, Sell No Tell. This looks like it could possibly be him trying to run the arc. Gives him the hesitation move, sticks the foot in the ground, and then goes into his chest. Bang. Right here. Not bad base width at all by Abe Lucas here. He just gets overpowered. And we have to know Abe Lucas can't be at 100%, right? He might not even be at 70%. It's just good to see him out there being able to play some football. He'll be much better next year with a full training camp and all that if he's able to stay healthy there. But he's unable to anchor down, can't sink any mud hooks in, and my man switches to the finesse and runs it. Because Sam Howell didn't get much depth here. Let me see. Coming out here. Yeah, he pretty much stays. This looks like some quick game stuff if you're not going to be dropping back like that. So if it's quick game stuff and you're not going to get depth, you might want to get rid of the ball. He tries to evacuate at the last moment, and no bueno. Splakataya. Turtling. So, listen. I don't really even want to talk about anything else there, right? They put out some really bad film, and I know how that fan base is, how your fan base is, right? Going to be extremely toxic. So go ahead and do what you got to do there. But telling you this there, Seattle Seahawks is definitely a team for the future. If people want to say that they will be in the Super Bowl this year and all that, that's a you problem here. Let these guys get the type of guys who they want as a staff, and, of course, let these guys be able to hone in on that and be able to change the culture of the team into their favor there. So I like what I've seen from the Seattle Seahawks this year. I'm not sure about, a lot of the fans, at least the fans that visit here. So that's all I care about is the people who come to my platform, because I don't seek out the opinions of anyone. I don't go anywhere on the internet dealing with football besides this YouTube channel. So, right, so that's my extent there, right? And I get a ton of opinion, ton of comments. Besides comments, people all in my email and all in my other social media that I don't even advertise and shit. So I get to know the lay of the land there. So me personally, I think the Seahawks are going to be damn good next year. And I think they're fairly good this year, right? We can see that the type of teams that they can beat and some of the teams that they will have trouble with. But all in all, you want to see a step in the right direction for the program. I think that's what Coach Macdonald is doing. So let me know what you think about that. And let me know what you think when you head on over to BetUS and get that 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two with 10% gambler's insurance. Entering the promo code YouTube150 will do all that for you new customers, right? Slide on over there, right? Off the strength of your boy Murf telling you to do it. Head on over to BetUS, enter the promo code YouTube150. Working on those prop builders, those parlays, and the whole nine. You will have fun like I'm having with the John. So make sure you head on over there for your boy, all right? Remember, 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two. Big salute to BetUS and big salute to all my people, all right? Salute.
Top Billin, Uptown Murf.
Top Billin.